Yes, today we are working on no-touch partner work. This way, your students get to interact with each other at a safe distance, and these can easily be modified for when it is safe for your dojo to return to close contact partner work. Obviously, here in South Africa, we are still in our third wave. It started to ease off a little bit, but not enough for my tastes. So we are still being very strict with our protocols. We believe that student safety is more important than anything else right now. So we've learned to become very creative in the last couple of months. Why this video now? 1, people need human interaction, and especially the kids. 2, because it's important to train earnestly with creativity. It's the third line of the dojo-kun. On a very practical note, dojos need to survive. And these are tough times for a lot of dojos, and the more you can make your dojo engaging, you can still do a lot of karate, do a lot of basics, it can still be engaging. I'm going to be doing a lot of partner work with the Deshi, who's now behind the camera, and he has been living with us for months, so he's in our pod, and that's why we can work safely without masks. But I encourage you, if you are in a hotspot like we are, please keep your masks on and please keep training safely. And if you are in New Zealand, obviously this doesn't apply to you. Lucky, lucky New Zealand. So, Sandangi is a really valuable exercise in teaching timing. Now, normally, you also get a nice amount of conditioning and you get more of a mushimi feeling. But, as you can see, you are learning when tori must attack and when uki must receive. And we're going to go up and down. I'll show you a few variations. If you're doing it right, you should be out of breath because you're going hard and fast. Obviously, if you're black belts. If you're a junior, take it at your own rate. Slow down a bit. So I will attack. This is how we go blank. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's Sandangi. Now, obviously, the more variations you know of Sandangi, the better. There's one where you, as you just saw, counter on each one. There's one where you do the same technique at 3 heights. 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3. The variations are almost endless. Our next section is mirror work. This is when you take a piece of the kata and you do it together across the dojo. And I've thrown in a little competitive element at the end. Now, this is great for beginners because you can do this from Geksa to Geksa to Cipher. And then for seniors, you can take a part of the kata that you both want to work on, and you have the luxury of doing a little bit of cardio, as you'll see now. And race back. Well, how it's going to work is I will do a technique and then Brian will add another technique afterward. With this exercise, this is a combination of memory training, focus, and obviously an opportunity to drill basics as well as your more unusual techniques. With the beginners, you're going to see a lot of repetition, punch, block, and that's fine. With your seniors, especially your black belts, you can expect a higher level of execution. So I will start. First move, Hizagiri. Hizagiri, punch. Hizagiri, punch, hammer fist. Hizagiri, punch, hammer fist, uppercut. Hizagiri, punch, hammer fist, uppercut, roundhouse. Hizagiri, punch, uppercut. No. Did we lose the hammer fist somewhere along the line?
I lost it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I win that round, and then the Deshi, now he gets to start, and I have to follow him. It really helps to say the techniques out loud, I promise. Okay. Oh, okay. For a zook, 1, uppercut. For a zook, uppercut, and he adds my geri. Furuzuk, uppercut, Maigeri, Oshirogeri. Roundhouse, uppercut, Maigeri, Oshirogeri. Okay. Another Maigeri. Okay, right. No, you win this one. I went completely blank. So if 2 black belts are struggling with this, you can be sure you're going to experience a lot of frustration in your dojo. Also, I haven't had coffee and I've got insomnia. So thank you for your patience with this one. Okay, what have we got next? As you can see, I've got many uses from my old mic stands from back when I used to do podcasting. Yeah, I used to podcast. So what we like to do in the dojo with the kids especially is help them do a little bit of resilience training by helping them get through basically tabata sets, but using basics. So let's do 60 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. This app I use is called Tabata Timer, but any app will work. Let's start. So we each have one of these. I don't know where you'd even find them anymore. We got these as part of an estate sale. Reset to 0. How it works is we're going to take turns. You will, as the instructor, will give a command, and for a minute they have to do that while the partner counts. If you don't have the counters, it doesn't matter. It just helps with the kids. And obviously some of them are going to do this. I've had kids, they're like, they did 200 push-ups. I'm like, no, they did not. So with the little ones, the numbers don't matter. You don't really want to focus too much on the numbers. But with your seniors, you do want to take the numbers seriously. And it's not me versus you, because on a fitness level, I'm going to lose. But it's about you being better than, or him being better than he was last time. Let's start with your first one is going to be straightforward punches, as many as you can do in a minute.
Clean punches.
Clean punches, just straight to the chest. You want to do it as the best you can, as fast as you can while doing it well, like Sensei Mario says. You ready? And this way, you don't have to keep an eye on the clock as the instructor, but you can watch what the class is doing. I love these apps. Go! You still have 40 seconds left. Important to pace yourself.
A few moments later.
Hey, 158. Well done. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I've already lost sound with the mic doing the sandangi. So it doesn't like this. One day when we can afford it, we'll have one of those hanging boom things. You'll see by then we swap over, we reset our counters. It's my turn to go. And then the next round, you maybe decide Maigeri. And then the next round, maybe you decide face block. This way you can drill a lot of techniques in a short period of time. If you have bows in your dojo, they're a great way to do Sempai Kouhai work or correction work without touching your partner. He's going to do Geksada itch. I'm going to look for mistakes. You're going to do it facing, towards the camera. You're going to keep a social distance with this one in your dojo, depending. Magnus, ready? You're going to keep social distance in your dojo depending on what your regulations are in your country. But for now, I'm going to try stick about 2 meters away from Brian. So we may need to move all the way back so I don't disappear off camera. Hey! Okay, so obviously we want this a little bit lower. Chamber hand needs correction. Now he steps forward, next technique. Obviously too high. Now, he's making obvious mistakes for the sake of the camera, and so I don't stand around looking bored. As you go higher up the katas and the mistakes are harder to spot, it's also important for the person doing the correction to see how well they know the kata. Remember, to teach is to learn twice. And one more just for the sake of it. Also, this is a super common problem with our students. And let me just check your super long sleeves are not hiding anything. Feet under your knees. Oh, it's nice to be young. Okay, and 45-degree feet. Turn your foot. Yeah, there we go. Still looks a bit wonky. Heels out, but not your knees. So move your heels forward. Heels should be under your knees. Okay, and back straight. This is slid a little bit. And there you go. There's an idea of a way you can do correction together while keeping a lot of distance. Hi, thank you. The nice thing about Unison kata is that this is a way, A, for you to practice kata over and over again, building that dojo team spirit, as my husband loves to say, esprit de corps. And also you can have little competitions between your students in a light-hearted way. If you're a hardcore competitive dojo, then that's what you do. I do see value in your students competing against each other for quality of kata, and you can have little prizes. One day we'll talk about our dojo's banking system, but not today. So we are going to do Unison kata, we're going to do basic gekisai ichi, and it's a nice way for students to see how you can work together. Obviously with Unison kata you want a third person. Shay is off doing chimney work, so it's just the two of us today. Okay. Hi. If you want, you can practice the whole walk-on, tournament style, but we're just going to practice the kata. Okay. Gekisai ichi. Good, well done. Okay, I love doing Unison kata, actually. One of my favorite things is on Saturday mornings when Claire and Angelina are here, we do kata ladder all the way up, and we do it together. As Afrikaans say, it's lekker. Now, every dojo has tons of belts lying around for whatever reason. Donated, mistaken order, like this one. And if you don't have belts lying around, everyone should have their own belt. Now, these are 3-meter belts, which is great for doing long-distance partner work. Also, this is a great way to practice grip strength. Now, I'm going to punch, and he's going to pull. Okay, work on the tension. The idea is you want this to be tense, and a little bit of resistance, but not so much. Don't be a chop and make it impossible for your partner. And also, don't let go in the middle of the thing because you think it'll be funny. So from here, ichi, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, sich, hach, ku, chu. Now, if you've got 2 belts, like we do, now this is an opportunity to do a little bit of PT as well as a chance to work on chamber hand. So from here, I'm going to do, let's adjust. Okay, I'm going to pull back, so he's going to pull into chamber, now I pull into chamber. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't want to run too long on this video, but there are so many belts lying around that you can do exercises within your dojo. Tennis balls. Cheap, fun, and great for hand-eye coordination. We're going to work on right hand to right hand. You can do underhand. You can do bounce. And then for both of us, the bad hand, left to left. Yeah. And I don't have my glasses on, so my depth perception is not amazing. Cool. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, mirror my left to his right. And then he throws it back to my left. Swap sides. And swap. Just do this over and over and over again. So this is a reaction exercise. And I'm going to call his name when I want him to turn around. This is how you can test reaction time and also listening. So, turn around. Brian. Oh dear. Boop, we'll start again. Okay. The further away you start, the easier it is. So go, hopefully still in frame. I'm sorry if we disappear. Okay, now turn around. It's got about 3 meters to react. Brian. I threw like a chop there. Okay, my turn.
Sensei.
Hey, okay. Now, once you get comfortable, you go a little bit closer so he has less time to react. Brian. Oh dear. It's a tough exercise. I know the kumite guys use this one a lot.
Sensei.
Hey, even without glasses. So this you can do for ages. Brian, quiz time. I often play Are You Smarter Than a Sensei with the students you keep like little sweets in the dojo. Or the one time I bought a bag of nachos at the side of the road, and I gave the kids nachos as prizes. They're called Christmas oranges in the States, I think. It's a small peelable, easy peel orange. So now I'm going to quiz him on Japanese to English. This is how it works. Please do my Gary. Your turn.
Mawashi Gary.
My worst kick. He's a Gary.
Haito.
Shuto. Nope. Oh no, wait. I mixed them up. Shote and shuto. So this is where we both learn. You can introduce penalties, so when someone gets it wrong, they have to do a burpee. So I got that one wrong. Let's try to do this without losing the mic. Okay, I'm going to throw you a bit of a challenge now. Kaikoken. It was in last week's YouTube video. Hey! Okay, your turn.
Ushiro Gary.
Mikazuki Gary. Nice. And on and on and on you go. Now, obviously, with your little ones, you're going to test Joranzuki, Gerambarai. So I think that brings me to the end of all these partner work techniques. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like every millennial says, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've watched this far, you're obviously a fan. We're so grateful for the time you spend on our channel, for commenting, and for those of you who are leaving super thanks. We love the super thanks. Hopefully, wherever you are in the world, you are safe and you are well. Please take care. Arigatou gozaimasu. We'll go on the blooper reel. Okay, let's start again. Oh no, Zoe, what have you done? Okay, we'll use alcohol and take that off later. I'll just stay in front of it. Sorry. Pay attention. The Titanic takes long to sink. And you'll see that it's better to, over time you learn. Futzak, never mind that section. Okay. The drudgery of repetition to get... Really, Hardy Dars? Really? Okay. Please still be recording. Oh, good. Yeehaw. Okay. No, wait, I didn't add a technique after your elbow. Okay. Let's reform because that's a terrible... Let's start from scratch. That's good for the blooper reel, for the people who stick around to the end. Okay. Pace block, hook, short punch. How can I be so bad at this? It's because I haven't had coffee. Okay, we'll keep it simple. Right, punch. Oh my God. I'm just going to write a combination. Yeah, we'll come back to this. All right, so. When did you stop recording? What a time to get something in my eye. Okay. Oh, how rude. Okay, stay flat. Good. Move back. Back. More back. And stop. Actually, no, you can go off screen for a bit. Hey! Again with the third ki. No, it's fine. Don't worry, whatever is funny, we leave at the end. People love bloopers. Shows us as human.